welcome to week 11 of our at-home karate class. Please remember that classes will start to be released on Fridays now for our YouTube class, which is this class. And these online YouTube classes will follow along with the same material that we go over in these Zoom classes for the upcoming week. I encourage all of our students to use the YouTube class, this class, to go over the information, practice, and make sure that if you have any questions, you'll be able to ask them at the Zoom classes. One of the new Zoom classes is called a Connections class, and in that class, white, green, and red belts are encouraged to attend, even if it's just to ask a question, to say hello to a fellow student, and actually talk a little bit more than what we would do in our usual class. Students who attend our Connections class do not have to have room to participate for any moves. Although sometimes the class may do some moves together, students who don't have room at home will not be expected to try to do moves in a space that doesn't work for them. But the main point of the new Connections class is just to have a time where we can sit together, talk, ask questions, and then if we had time left over, we might do a few exercises. So I encourage all students to at least attend our Connections class, even if you don't feel that you have enough room to practice at home in a place where you can use the Zoom. As always, I welcome any questions, comments, or feedback, and you can reach me on our cell phone, by calling or texting, by emailing me, or by messaging me on Facebook. Kamsahamnida. Let's all bow in together. Face the flags. Chariot, attention position. Cookie, bare, salute the flag. Barao, Munyang, meditation. Baro, Chariot, Kinrat, Anyan Hapshipnika. Let's warm up together, but remember, if at the end of warm-ups you feel that there's another warm-up that you'd like to do and we didn't do today, please make sure that you pause the video and do that warm-up on your own before continuing with the playlist. Shake out your hands, your fingers, and your wrists. Elbows forward and back. Remember, we keep our elbows close to our body so that we can hear our dobak rubbing. And this mimics the arm position we want when we do our middle tensions. Arms straight, circles back. Hana, do, set. Na, das, yes, uga, yodu, aho, yo, forward, hana, do, set, na, das, yes, uga, yodu, aho, yo, crossing, hana, do, set, na, das, yes, uga, yodu, aho, yo. Hands on the hips. Let's do waist rotations first. Pick a direction and make a circle. Switch directions. And barrel. Now we'll do our twisting exercise. Let's keep our arms in front of us and have them move with us as we go. Twisting this way first on the count. Hana, do, set, ne, das it, yas it, uga, yodu, aho, yo, bara. legs. Knees up, feet up. Now across our body, this is similar to a side kick. Good, now kicking back so that our foot reaches toward our back in order to stretch the front part of our leg. And if that doesn't stretch particularly well for you, remember you can always hold. It's a balance challenge, and it also helps you to stretch that part of your leg a little bit more. So you hold, you can try to pull the foot out a bit, you can try to pull it up towards your back more. Barra. Feet together and slide down, reaching toward your ankles, your feet, your toes, or the floor, whatever's comfortable while still giving you a bit of a stretch. Now let's heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Not too far. And walk your hands back so you're nice and balanced. Reach for your left foot. Reach for your right foot. Reach down. And now reach through behind you. And you should feel this stretch in both legs. Good. Hands in front. We'll heel toe in just a little bit so that our arms and our knees are about equal. Might have to adjust your feet a little bit to get this just right. We're trying to make our bottom go toward the floor, and we're stretching out our legs. Bending back forward, heel toe all the way in. Come up halfway, and we'll bend our knees. Hana, do, sat, net, da, sit, ya, sit, ilga, yoru, aho, yo. Knee rotations. And switch directions. Good, one more time, slide down, get a good stretch. Try to relax into it. And then come up slowly with your head last. And shake it all out. All right. Today we will review our highest wrist grips. If you attended class last week, you will have gone over your wrist grips and you will know which one you should be practicing as your highest. And I'd like you to continue to practice your highest wrist grips with me today. If after doing your highest wrist grip with me, you want to practice some of your lower wrist grips, of course that's completely fine. Remember that all of our wrist grips that have been previously reviewed are available on our YouTube videos. So there is a YouTube video for cross wrist grips 1 through 4, a video for same side wrist grips 1 through 4, a video for 2-on-1 wrist grips 1 through 3, and a video for 2-on-2 wrist grips 1 through 4. Obviously, you will only practice the numbers that you've been taught in class, and this varies by your age and your rank. So for example, our children's students usually learn numbers 1 and 2, while our adult students and dons will have learned 1, 2, 3, and 4 of each group. My advice is, if you're having any trouble following our review today, that you go back and you review the longer video that has more detail about the wrist grips that you need to practice. If you have a question about which wrist grips you should be practicing, just let me know and I'll remind you. As white belts, we start with cross wrist grip number 1. In the beginning, you don't need to know all the moves. We just teach you how to get out of the grip and how to counter. But then as you get better at that, we show you the rest of the moves, which are all counter attacks. Today, I will review the technique with you once slowly and once quickly, and then I'll ask you to practice the technique 5 times with me and 5 times on your own. Cross wrist number 1. I'm going to act as the mirror image to you. So, our cross wrist grips are when our partner reaches to grab our right hand with their right hand. So, you and I will be using this side of our body, which is what has been grabbed. After your partner has grabbed you, the first move is always to open your hand wide. This opens up their grip a little bit, but that doesn't last very long. So we immediately move into our first technique, which is getting out of the grip. To do that, we open, we step, our elbow goes toward our partner, and our hand goes toward our own chest, although it doesn't actually touch. If you did this correctly, your hand slipped out of your partner's grip and went right through the weak part where their fingers meet their thumb. So that's our first move, followed by a pseudo strike. If you've learned this before, you can continue with another strike, palm heel to the in-chun, the upper lip, and last, a palm heel strike to the groin with the kia. Kia! And then our hands come back to a ready position. Alright. I'll put those moves together a little bit quicker, but still nice and slow so that you can see each one. Your partner has grabbed your right hand. You open, step, and break their grip. You immediately pseudo strike, palm heel high, palm heel low. Kia! And our hands come back in ready position, and we hold until our teacher says, borrow. Once you're familiar with the moves, you can move a little bit faster, but we should still see every technique clearly, like this. Your partner grabs and siege up. I hope you noticed that even though my moves were quick, I left some pauses between the moves so that you could see the full technique, and so that each technique would be as strong as possible. Now I'd like you to practice cross wrist number 1 5 times with me, and then 5 more times on your own. Remember, if your teacher has you doing just the first 2 moves, that's absolutely fine. Just do the first 2 moves like this. Open, step, kia, borrow. Or, if you have been practicing all of the moves in class, then continue to do all of the moves as I previously demonstrated. I will grab toward your right hand, and you will complete the technique. When I say siege up, you begin. Your partner grabs you, siege up. Borrow. Your partner grabs you, do. Borrow. Your partner grabs you, set. Borrow. Your partner grabs you, net. Borrow. Your partner grabs you, das it. Borrow. I hope you remembered to key up on your last move every every time. Now I'd like you to practice the same technique 5 more times. You can either rewind the video so that I'm grabbing you again, or you can pause the video and practice 5 more times on your own. Once you can demonstrate cross-wrist grip number 1 all the way through, consistently with strong techniques, your teacher may instruct you on the next cross-wrist grip number 2. But until you've been instructed in class, in person with your teacher, you should not practice it on your own. Chariot, Kinrat, Subak. Today we will be practicing some kicking, and I will demonstrate the kicks with a step. But as always, if you do not have room to practice your kicks with a step safely, then most kicks can be done from the back leg. And if you have any questions about what that would look like, please let me know and I'll do my best to demonstrate for you. But if you have watched previous home karate classes on YouTube, then you've probably seen some of the kicking in place exercises that we've done before. We'll do each kick 10 times on both legs. Let's start with a Polorigi front stretch kick. Put your left foot back for kicking, ball chagi chumbi. Hop. In class, we typically kick toward the flags, and that's fine if you have the room to do so. You can continue to kick in this position. I'm going to turn to the side, however, so that you can see my kicking leg position a little bit more clearly. A Polorigi front stretch kick. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Das it. Yas it. Ilga. Yodu. Aho. Yup yo. Hi. Hop across, switch feet. Hop. Hana. Do. Set. Net. Das it. Yas it. Ilga. Yodu. Aho. Yup yo. Hop. Papakwa, hop. Our next kick will be up chinaki, front thrust kick. And to do this kick, I'm going to take a step forward as I land. Although, as I was saying, you could do this kick and step back, like we just did with our Polorigi. But if you have room, I'd like you to do the kicks where you kick, hold it, and then set your foot down, which is how I will demonstrate. I only have room to do 2 kicks, so every time I do 2 kicks, I'll come back to my starting position and do the next 2. And so that's what I'd expect you to do also if you're at home with not a lot of room. 10 up chinaki front thrust kicks, adjusting your position as needed. Remember, your knee comes up and your foot comes up. You push into your target, you hold it, and then you come down. Ready? Hana. Now your other leg. Do. And set down. If you had room, you could continue. I'm going to step back. Set. Net. Das it. Yas it. Ilga. Yodu. We've done 5 on each leg. We'll do 5 more on each leg, so 10 more total. Hana. Do. will be DOLLYO chagi, or roundhouse kick. We will do our roundhouse kick with a step. So in that case, it means with your left foot back, you'll actually turn into a side stance. Remember, I'm going to go sideways here so that you can see what I'm doing. So for this one, cross in front with your step, your knee and your foot come up, kick, and land. DOLLYO chagi, kicking 10 times on this side. So adjust your footing anytime that you need to so that you have room. Hana. Do. Set. Net. That's it. Yes it. Ilga. Yoru. Aho. Kia yo. Kia. Back to your starting position. And borrow. To do our other leg, we started with our left foot back. We'll pop a qua. Now we have our right foot back. Normally I would turn this way, but if I do that, you won't really be able to see the kick. So I'm going to turn the other way, but just make sure you're kicking with your other leg at this point. Hana. Do. Set. Net. That's it. Yes it. Ilga. Yoru. Aho. Yo. Yeah. And borrow. Our next kick will be Pakuro chagi, an inside to outside kick. In class, we often do this kick in place, meaning we put our foot back, we do the kick, and we put our foot right back where we started. Today, however, I'd like you to do this kick with a step. So just like your roundhouse kick, you'll step in front and complete this kick inside to outside kick. With your left foot back for kicking, we shift into our side stance. Remember, you can continue to do your steps and kicks moving toward the screen, but I'm going to turn so that you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So with my left foot back, I'll step with my left, kick with my right, and I'll land in front, ready for the next kick. Remember to adjust your feet whenever you need to give yourself room to kick. And if you really don't have the room to step and kick, of course you can practice this kick kicking in place. Hana. Do. Set. Net. That's it. Yes it. Ilga. switch feet. In this case, I would move my right foot back and turn into a side position. And to do that so that you can see me kick, I'm going to start from the other side of the floor. As long as your other leg is kicking, your position is fine. Hana. Do. Set. Net. That's it. Yes it. It'll go. Yodo. Aho. Yep, yo. Yep. Far up. Now we will do our stepping side kick. Yup, PODO Cha-gi. We'll start with our left foot back, and we'll shift to a side stance position. So to show you the kick from a better angle, I will be going in this direction. For our side kick, Yup, PODO Cha-gi, we step behind. Our knee and our foot come up, but they stay very much in front of us. In fact, we can think about them still pointing across our body, not pointing in the direction we're going, but back. And our foot is up and ready so that we can push and land with your balance. The part of the foot that is hitting the target is called the blade of your foot. It's not the heel, but it's the part kind of next to the heel along the side of your foot. And you can imagine hitting the bag and hearing that good strong sound when you make good contact. So let's start. 10 in a row. Adjust your feet as needed. Step behind, side kick. Yup, PODO Cha-gi. Hana. Do. Set. Net. That's it. Yes it. He'll go. Yodo. Aho. Yo. Kya. Borrow. We'll pop a quad, switch feet. So my right foot back, I would shift into a side stance. And in order for you to be able to see the kick, again, I'm going to start from the other side of the room. But don't let that confuse you. As long as you're kicking with the other foot, you're doing fine. Step behind, side kick. Hana. Do. Set. Net. That's it. Yes it. He'll go. Yodo. Aho. Kyap yo. Kyap. Borrow. At this time, you can feel free to pause the video and practice any additional kicks that you would like to work on today. If you have any questions about a specific technique, please let me know and I'll do my best to answer your question either during the Zoom classes this week or in our next video class. Chariot, Kinra, Subak. Let's bow out together. Face the flags. Chariot, Cookie, Bare, Baro, Munyang, Baro, Chariot, Kinra, Konsahamnida.